What is your greatest weakness? What are your weakest skills? What is your weakest area? These are few of the ways the hiring manager might ask this question to know about your weakness. Sometimes he might also frame it in the form of a behavioral question, like tell me about a time you failed, or tell me about a difficult work situation which you encountered in the past and what you did to overcome it. In today's video, I will share an overview on why the hiring manager is interested in your weakness, what kind of answers you should be prepared with, and what kind of answers you must definitely avoid. So without any further ado, let's begin. Let us first understand why this question. Why do most of the hiring managers ask this common question every time, even though they have been hearing a made-up answer from so many candidates throughout their recruiting experience? Well, by asking this question, they are trying to get a glimpse of your true identity. They want to know what kind of a person you truly are and if you would be a good cultural fit to the team or not. Even if you fake it flawlessly, they will still get to know about your personality. In simple words, they want to know your level of self-awareness and if you pursue self-improvement traits to tackle your weakness, or you have accepted this weakness as part of your life and you are least bothered in doing something about it. So let us first discuss on what kind of answers you must completely avoid. Number 1. Don't pretend to be Mr. Perfect and never say that you don't have any weakness. Everyone has a weakness, even Superman has one. The managers want to work with real people with real problems, someone who is aware of their weakness and is doing something towards overcoming the weakness. Number 2. Don't showcase your strength as a weakness by saying, I am such a workaholic or I am such a perfectionist, because this doesn't work anymore. The hiring manager have been hearing this kind of answers for quite some time now, and trust me, they are smart enough to know the difference between a strength and a weakness. Number 3. Don't ever think of saying that your weakness is something which is directly related to the job you are interviewing for. For example, you applied for a customer executive role, and when asked about your weakness, you say that talking to strangers bugs you a lot. Now that's called a blunder. Number 4. Do not disclose about your biggest weakness, as it is really not required and it might cost you badly. So how should you answer this question? Well, before answering this question, you should keep two things in mind. Number 1. Describe your weakness with respect to a specific situation and not as part of who you are. For example, don't ever say that I am very impatient or I lose my temper very easily, because this indicates your personality trait which tells the hiring manager that you are always impatient or you are always in a bad mood. Rather, you can say, I often seem to be impatient among my co-workers when I am promised a specific deadline and the approach towards achieving the deadline is not considered seriously. So in this case, you are describing a specific situation when you often get impatient. The second important thing to keep in mind is to talk about what you have done and what are you currently doing to overcome that weakness. Let me share a couple of examples for answering this question. I often struggled working under time pressure and I was not happy about that as it affected my career goals to some extent. So I decided to do a time management course and it was quite helpful as I have learned a lot of tips and tricks on how to manage my time more effectively, and then I started implementing most of the skills in real time. I can see a big difference now as I am making improvements every day. Now I can organize and prioritize things, which makes my job pretty easier. Another way to answer this question is by talking about a skill from your past experience which you got better at, and that skill does not fall under the required category for this job you are interviewing. Rather, that skill can be one of the preferred or good to have skills for this job. For example, the job which you are currently interviewing does not require public speaking as one of the job requirements, but you have overcome the fear of public speaking in your past job and you got better at it. Then you can definitely use this example as one of your greatest weakness. So this is how you can answer. Conducting a PowerPoint presentation before a group of people has always been challenging for me, and I had a few bad experiences doing so from my college days. However, in my last job, my reporting manager had to quit the job with a short notice, and the management requested me to take care of the presentations in front of the stakeholders every month until they find a replacement. So I took some classes on effective communication and public speaking, attended a lot of seminars, and spent most of my weekends mastering the skill, and finally I got good at it. I have also received some constructive feedbacks from my colleagues and the management, and I'm still working towards improving my skills in public speaking. So these are some of the ways of addressing the question, what is your greatest weakness? I hope it was helpful. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and press the bell notification so that you won't miss out on any videos that I post every week. So until then, goodbye and see you guys in the next video.